Hello, folks, and welcome to a Christmas New Year's special featuring the lovely game known as Tony Hawk's Pro Skater HD that you can no longer get from the lovely Steam store, which is actually a darn shame because I love this game tremendously. That is pretty much why I picked it for the Christmas New Year's of 2017 special, because it's just a brilliant and amazing game, and unfortunately you can't buy it anymore on Steam, which, again, like I said earlier, is a darn shame. But I also chose this game because, unfortunately, the lovely game known as Clop is getting kind of repetitive for this type of stuff. And Hellish Monkey kind of suggested that I play another game. So I will go with his suggestion, and I will go ahead and play this lovely game, which is actually, like I said, my choice. So, yeah. Anywho, I just decided to slam my face against the lovely bowl there, which is just, a darn shame. Just a darn shame indeed. Way to go, Tony Hawk. Way to go. Anywho, Happy New Year, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy New Year, Happy Pingus. 2017 was the worst year that I could ever have imagined. In fact, it's still kind of being a crappy year as of this recording, which is the 2nd of December. I mean, why in the world does 2017 have to suck so badly? I really don't understand why. I mean, yeah, there were some good times this year. Like, I went to New York City, and I also went to visit my relatives in another state who I haven't seen in like 10 years. But I mean, like, and there were a lot of things that Buffalo Pingus Wings and I did together. There were a lot of things that No Show Ricardo and I did together. If you don't know who No Show Ricardo is, you will find that out supposedly maybe in 2018, depending on when the videos go up. And speaking of videos, I finally feel as though I can finally upload some videos to the channel for once, which is just awesome and great, and holy crap, that really does not give me enough air for me to do a beautiful trick with Tony Hawk. But anywho, I'm just going to go to the beginning of this year, kind of reiterate what has been going on this year to make this year such a crappy year. And then I'm going to tell you my plans for 2018 really, really fast, and then kind of give you some advice. And I hope that you all take this advice with whatever kind of piece of salt you want to take it with. It doesn't really matter to me if you do or don't, as long as you successfully not glitch through the thing there and get a successful score. That was kind of weird. But anywho, so 2017, at the beginning of 2017, my father retired, which was pretty freaking awesome, but at the same time, it was also kind of crappy because he was always home and has always been home ever since the beginning part of January. And the reason why I say it's crappy that he's home is because, well, I can't really do my Let's Plays when I come home from either interning at the place that I want to eventually work at or, from whatever it is that I'm doing at that time. But, yeah, it just really sucks to have one person in the house who's your parent just being there constantly when you're trying to just kind of unwind and relax and, let go of your problems for a very long period of time while you're doing a Let's Play. It's just, But, so yeah, there was that, and then at that same time I decided to clean my room out, which was a great thing. Not exactly, but it was somewhat decent at least, because even though it took me 3 weeks, and even though I found a letter from my Eagle Scout days saying, oh, this is what I want to plan on doing, but I never ended up doing the plan that I thought I was going to do, it was nice to clean the room, because then I could have like a clean room. I wouldn't have to worry about dust anymore. It would just be awesome and amazing. But anywho, going back to that letter that I wrote for my Eagle Scout Board of Review, which is the last thing that you need to do in order to achieve your Eagle Scout award from the Boy Scouts, this letter basically kind of dictated some plans that I thought I was going to do in my life after I achieved my Eagle Scout award. And I actually did not achieve just about all of those plans, which was, thinking about that, it kind of made me really, really anxious, and it gave me a lot of anxiety just thinking about, oh, hey, I didn't end up going to this college and this community college, and I didn't end up doing this degree. I ended up doing something else with my life, and that was, it's fine, but at the same time, like I said, it just gave me a whole bunch of anxiety, which it still kind of does to this day, although I am getting much better with the anxiety. But as time progressed, the anxiety just really increased, and it was just really bad. I mean, I went back to my social worker in February, and from about February to about the end of June, things were getting a little bit better. Like, it was starting to decrease. The anxiety was starting to decrease, and I relearned a bunch of techniques and stuff to kind of calm myself down. But then I left my social worker, and I, began to feel the horribleness of the job that I'm currently at right now, which apparently does not have an end date at all, which is just a terrible thing that it doesn't have an end date. But, I started feeling extreme anxiety due to the job that I currently am working at now around July, and the anxiety just, instead of going down, it went back up, and it was just really terrible. And oh boy, July was just one of the worst months of this year. If October was a terrible month of 2016, July was most certainly the terrible month of 2017. But in August, I went to a nurse practitioner. I got some pills to help out with my anxiety. Pills here! Pills! Yeah. And things started to become much better after I started taking the pills, and after I went back to my social worker in September. And now I can say that things are just about on the right path, but there still needs to be a little bit more of improvement, and that's where 2018 comes in. I am hoping that my anxiety pretty much, it pretty much resolves itself, or it goes away, and I, can finally go through life without feeling like poo and just worrying about the next day and wondering what's going to happen to me the next day. And I also want to do some more Let's Plays. Now, there are some jobs that I have had interviews for and will have an interview for next week, but I have yet to hear back from them. But either way, these 3 jobs are going to change my life for the better, especially when it comes to my Let's Plays on this channel. Because if I get 2 of these jobs, I will be able to go and hopefully live with Hellish Monkey at his house, which is going to be awesome, especially since I can, have the freedom to actually say, hey, I'm going to do my Let's Plays now, instead of waiting until my parents are just freaking gone and, asking permission to do Let's Play togethers and all that sort of stuff. So, 2 of the jobs would allow me to do that. The 3rd job would allow me to live completely on my own in a different location, and I think that one's going to be a bit more exciting than the first 2, but either way, I'm still going to be extremely happy, because then my Let's Plays can come back to fruition or fruition or whatever the word is. I can't think of it right now. But that's the plan for 2018, is to hopefully be moved out of this house and living either with Hellish Monkey or on my own, and having a new job in 2018. I also want to start doing Dead Space 2. I actually recorded some of those videos sometime in November, but unfortunately those videos did not succeed. And I really have no idea why, but hopefully the ones in the future will succeed and they won't fail. Because if they fail, I'm going to be very, very disappointed in Bandicam, and I'm going to have to get a whole new screen recorder or video game recorder or whatever. I've heard OBS is a pretty good, in addition to a live stream thing, I heard it's a pretty good recorder. So, may have to go with that one. I really don't know. I don't know. We'll see in the future. We'll see in 2018. But I also want to do Warcraft 3 on Bessie the Beast on this laptop that I'm using right now. And I want to start over. I want to start that game over because it's been since December of 2016 since I have played Warcraft 3. It has been literally a year since I have played Warcraft 3. And I would definitely like to redo everything and kind of relearn everything and be the best PS2 freak that I can be with that game. So expect Warcraft 3 and Dead Space 2 to happen, and expect some unexpected Let's Plays to happen. I really would like to do Torchlight 2 as a Let's Play, as well as Torchlight 1. Not exactly sure what other games I'm going to do. Maybe Wolfenstein 3D Sphere of Destiny. We are getting close to 150,000 video views, and I have a feeling that 2018 is going to be the year that we hit 150, which means that we're going to get a redo of Wolfenstein 3D, which is going to be very exciting and very timely since the new Wolfenstein 2 has come out. And, yeah. Oh, I hate getting over colds, and I hate getting dry throats. Ugh, it's just terrible. But anywho, so that's, expect more videos to happen in 2018, expect the Let's Plays to return in 2018, expect thumbnails to actually happen in 2018, expect my anxiety to hopefully go down in 2018, and yeah, hopefully 2018 is going to be a way better year than this year freaking was, because this year was just, besides going to New York City, seeing my relatives, and hanging out with friends and family and Buffalo Pingus Wings, it was just awful. It was just completely awful, and I really don't ever want to experience it ever again, because it was just awful. But anywho, I have some advice, I should say, to give you all before this video ends and before I say goodbye to 2017. Ladies and gentlemen, those of you who don't know, I am somewhat religious, and this advice kind of deals with some religious stuff. So just to warn you ahead of time. If you don't believe in God, then that's up to you. I'm not saying that you should. But again, just to warn you guys, this does kind of have a little bit of a religious tone to it. What I learned with my social worker is this. If you have a goal, if you have something that you want to do in life, if you have something that you want to achieve in life, you should definitely go for it. And if it, feels good in your head, heart, and gut, then God wants you to do it. That is what you should be doing. That is what God wants you to do. That is God's plan for you. If your plans feel right in your head, heart, and gut, then God wants you to carry out those plans and never give up on those plans. Now, failure does happen sometimes, but I really do not care for failure, and I really, really do not believe that failure should really happen. It does, but to be honest, guys, there's actually a fortune cookie a fortune cookie fortune that I have that talks about failure, and I don't know where it is right now, actually. I would definitely read it to you. As I'm skateboarding, I must find it. It is somewhere in this computer room. I'm probably going to fall flat on my head because I am currently looking for this thing, and I cannot find it. Oh God, where did it go? It was on my freaking computer! God dang it. Oh well. But yeah, if something feels right in your head, heart, and gut, then that means that God wants you to do it, and that means that you should definitely pursue what feels right in your head, heart, and gut. And never give up on it, because, again, it is what God wants you to do. It is what you feel in your head, heart, and gut that you should do. And it has to be your head, heart, and gut, folks. It can't just be your head and your gut, or your heart and your head, or your gut and your heart. It has to be all three. So, yeah, just never give up, have hope and faith, and believe in yourself. And, yeah, do what feels right in your head, heart, and gut, folks. That concludes this lovely rendition of the 2017 version of the Christmas and New Year's special. I hope that you have a good rest of your 2017, and I hope that you have an even better 2018, because I definitely need a better 2018. So, until then, folks, happy Hanukkah, happy Kwanzaa, Merry Christmas, happy holidays, happy New Year, and never ever give up. Till then, folks, until then. I'm going to land this trick, and this thing is going to be awesome. Look at me go. Oh, wow. Way to go, Tony. Way to go.